giving a lot of support to the channel. I appreciate everybody, and I'm glad to have you back. All right, we're going to be going on to the next step in the academy approach. What we're going to be looking at this time is growth mindset, how to improve how we think about growing. It's not just about rank, right? It's not just about the external motivators or even just like a fix, like this is how I exist, I can't do any better. Growth mindset is always about that process and then journey, and like really embracing the idea of getting better and controlling the things you can control to give yourself a challenge and make the game enjoyable because you have challenges set up for yourself and what you can do for yourself. So we're going to go through a little set of exercises you can do for yourself, and then we're going to get back into our games with Rakan, and we're going to continue our journey. We've got 100 games to play in March on this champion, and we're having a blast so far. It's a lot of fun. It's a great ride. We want to have 100 games done so that we can truly be in flow state with Rakan, and that's another thing that we'll get to in the future once we get into optimization further down. So stick around. Week on week, we're going through the entire lesson plan, and we're going to try to show you everything that we can that you can use to unlock your highest performance. All right, so let's take a peek. Growth mindset. We'll start off by quoting one of the most popular authors in the field, if not the leading author in the field, Carol Dweck. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Right, and that makes sense. If you believe that you can get better, then you'll want to get better, and you could take joy in the process of getting better. It's not just about saying, oh, I'm too short, so I can't play basketball, right? It's not that. Okay, I'm shorter, so let me figure out what can I do on the basketball court. I can dribble better. I can change direction better. What can I improve in those aspects that gives me a chance? Maybe I learn to jump higher or to pass faster, make my body stronger. Whatever it is, your talent is only the starting point where you're at, and your ability to grow comes from this growth mindset. So last week we talked about motivation, and we talked about all the benefits of having good internal intrinsic motivators, right? Not worrying about the outside and evaluating yourself from how other people feel about you, but how you feel about you. Developing your growth mindset can have similar strengths, all right? Burnout prevention, that's probably the biggest one, and we see a lot of people that struggle with this in League of Legends, and I have a close friend that is dealing with this as well. And so having a growth mindset is specifically important to me and to them, right? The idea that we like what we do, we want to get better at what we do, and as long as you constantly challenge yourself to get better, you'll keep on finding new ways that you can improve, and it makes it exciting and challenging. You can have an improved outlook on the game, meaning that whether or not your champion has been patched downwards or patched upwards, that doesn't affect how you enjoy the game. You don't need to say my champion's not meta, therefore I can't play it. Well, all right, it's a little bit weaker than it was, maybe because it was too strong. How can I make it work in the new environment, right? How can I be the person that does succeed and continues not only to enjoy the character, but enjoy doing well and enjoy doing better than I did last game, right? It doesn't even need to be relative to other people. I don't need to be in the top fifth percentile of players that are playing. I just want to be the better version of myself. That will also affect our sense of enjoyment. And then, like we said, we can emphasize the journey, not the destination. This is one of the core tenets here with Galvanized Intellect Gaming. It's that the journey is what's fun, right? When you talk to the Patriots and you talk to Bill Belichick, or if you talk to the players after they win the Super Bowl, he often quotes what it's going to feel like at the Super Bowl in August, in July. He says, what these win sprints you're doing, when you get to the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl and they get tired, you won't be, right? And you give yourself this goal for the future and how you're going to get stronger and enjoying the ride, and also going there is going to make you stronger and stronger as you progress, and then you can feel like the best version of yourself, giving you confidence too, which is also a proven what's the word I'm looking, impactor, not detractor to your performance. And lastly, a belief, well, lastly written here, but not lastly, a belief that improvement is impossible. Sorry, a belief that improvement is possible and in our own hands. And that's always true, right? It's our ability to keep going, motoring on, and finding new challenges. And that's what we've been trying to do on Rakan. So there's some examples that are fairly poignant from the real world. In League of Legends, Deft is a fantastic example. He went through 10 years of not being able to get past his own region, not being able to take down that title, always being second or third, even though he might have been the best at his position. When he was interviewed at Worlds, even if we cannot win Worlds, I just wanted to get this impression that I'm making progress, I'm getting better. And throughout this series, I kind of realized I'm getting better, so I'm happy. I believe this was at the trophy ceremony, or after the semifinal win after EDG. We can learn a lot from Deft. Even though his career's been over 10 years, he still found enjoyment in improving, and that's what he found joy. Even if we can't win, he said, right, we'd still be happy. Even though he had not yet won the World Championship, he placed an emphasis on the journey, not the destination. And as we know, he did win the World Championship and continues to play, despite a long career where most players he used to play with have burnt out or lost that edge. And he kept it. So that's largely going to be the focus of today. We're going to continue playing Rakan the way we have. We're going to go through a little exercise first, though. Very simple test that you can do for yourself when you're playing. Just a little training mode exercise. You're going to play best of 3. You can say getting over whatever your goal is for CS and what you're trying to accomplish in that game. We're going to try to do 10 minutes of CSing, and we're going to go for 100 CS. And the way you would regulate your wins and losses is how efficiently are you getting your CS? How precise are you with your movements? And then there are different levels about being able to look up, look around, take in more things, not just the CS. Right now, we're just going to do the base level, which is just going to be CSing. We're going to do it on a champion that doesn't have the easiest time CSing in the world because he has to auto-attack everything. On Shen, we'll just go with the stock runes that everyone's doing, although Ultimate Hunter, a lot of people have been going Ingenious Hunter for the procs here, but we'll keep it this way because a lot of people will have it in this tune. So the goal is 100 CS in 10 minutes. Then when you go at it again, your win or your loss will be then if you improve your number. So round 1, I'm going to go for 100. Round 2, I'm going to go for better than what I just did. If I get perfect, then can I pick up an extra camp? Can I find a way to get something else into my game, like another recall, for example?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned. 30 seconds.
So right now, just very simply, gonna take a deep breath, acknowledge the task at hand, what it's going to take. Got 10 minutes of focus coming up. I want to try to get everything. I've done this challenge before, so I'm going to add a couple other levels in for you guys as we continue. Level 1's going to be easy. How did this happen? Oh, the fast forwarding. I should reset the game. I don't want that to happen. All right, so here we go. Level 1. Level 1 of this game is simply get the most CS you can in 10 minutes. The goal is 100 to start. You can get higher. It's not very easy to get much higher, but some champions can do it better than others, especially if they have access to proxying champions like Riven and whatnot. Shen's one of the more difficult champions for this task. But we're going to get our 100, a couple other levels as we go along the path. Looking up in between CS, right? Practicing our mechanics, trying to animation cancel in between our hits. So animation canceling being how quickly can I input another command? You see how we get the attack off, but then we're also moving? That makes us more likely to be able to hit and then dodge a hit. And it should be used always, but if you see, you can be too quick, right? So I'm already down 1 CS on my challenge, but that's okay. Now, as we get this wave in, I'm going to try not to use abilities whenever possible. I'm going to just try to be frame perfect with the hits unless I need to use them to try to get to extra CS that we may not have had access to. We've already missed a few, so you know what? We actually have a bit of a ride ahead of us. think that's already 4 down, right? 5 down. Alright, this is where it gets tricky when we're fighting the wave that's pushing in. All these casters are going to come in and make it quite difficult to get these last hits, so we're going to focus in. Make sure we get those. You can notice that the challenge gets harder and harder as you get closer to the turret with these stacked waves. Alright, so we've missed several, right? That's 6 down already. Next level, when you do proceed, right, you'd be working in backs, you'd be working on trying to lift your head up and try to find MCS. So right now it's very easy. Again, I don't want to do it just when there's nothing hitting around. I want to fight against the minions hitting it. Now, as I take this hit, I'm going to get up. I'm animation canceling based on noise and feel alone. I'm not actually looking at my character anymore. Once I decide to put in the command, that's all I need, right? So I know I'm going to hit right here. I look up, 326. I look at mid and I see that it's pushing. I see that bot's pushing out, right? That, of course, makes sense because my team has the highest average level in the game. So, of course, it makes sense that my minions are going to be pushing out. Another level is going to be to try to stack and crash waves. So right now this would be like after a freeze. I want to maintain my freeze. It's going to be very, very difficult as we continue though, because as I'm the only person alive in this game, there's no bot in the bot lane. Yes. It's going to make my waves always stronger than theirs, right? So if you want to do that level, you need to put a bot into the game and put it into bot lane so that it's picking up the same experience as you. And that way is the way that you can ensure that the minions have even strength. So you see right here, I've only been doing last hits, and the minion wave was stronger coming back to me. That normally would have spelled a freeze coming back. But since my minions are stronger, they're just going to start this auto push again. That is going to make the challenge a little bit harder as well, because of the added power coming through in the combat stats. Alright, so we've already missed several. Another challenge you can add is breaking turrets, right? Again, you want to do it with an enemy in the game. I'm not going to hit these just because, again, we want a little bit of the wave dynamics to go on. Let it come back to us. Normally this would come up. Since it's on their side, it would reinforce and freeze, push back out. They'd also be focus firing, but you can see that the average level is making too much of a difference now. My minions are 20% stronger than theirs. Here's a little tricky one. No, the other one stopped there. We're good. If I do miss a CS, you'll notice I just take a deep breath, right? Take a deep breath, reset the mental. Don't let one miss turn into 3, right? And especially even the next one. The only one that matters is the next one. The one that we missed was in the past. It's no big deal. It's gone. Bot wave did push into the tower all the way, so now it will rebound on the way back. That was such a gargantuan wave, and essentially none of those stuck there, so enemy team got a stacked wave pushing back out. The challenge gets harder as we go. Minions are going to get that much more powerful. Now, this would be a situation in a game where you would go ahead and you would proxy, right? You'd come out here if you were Riven, you'd go Q, animation, cancel, you'd be fighting all these minions down. That's not necessarily what we need to get in this game, but it will allow us to get a recall off, which would be another challenge, right? So if you are a champion that can pick up these waves with no problem, you'd come out here, you'd try to proxy, you would proxy. We try to get a shop off, something like Tiamat that'll help us with the pushing of the next wave. I'm taking this one, and this would be another dynamic right here. Come in. The point being that we want this wave to gather up as much momentum as possible while we return to lane, right? So we're doing this, we're shopping, we're teleporting. And we come back out to the minion wave, and in this case, we lost 1 because of the strength of the waves. There's 2 minions. The strength of the wave is too great in another game with the bot in the bot lane, they wouldn't be this much weaker, and we would have had a wave coming back out. Again, looking up, you can give yourself any challenge. What time is it? Where do you think the junglers are? 7:25. All right, they're probably on their second take of their first buff. Now that we have the Tiamat, we'd be able to do something like skip ahead another wave. We'd be pushing ahead. If you're trying to get turret plates, for example, you go like this. Make sure that your splash is hitting as many people as possible, right? It's small things. I mean, this is fairly obvious. And we'd come back and we'd try to take more. We did get ourselves out of range for that. So something we'd want to do a little bit better. And then depending on your champion, again, you'd add extra challenges like camps, right? So Shen could, in fact, skip through this wave. A little quiz. It's the 8:30 wave. Is it a cannon or not a cannon? Do you guys know? Hashtag strat chat if you knew. Or if you didn't and you want to find out how we did know that this was a cannon. Right, the cannons are coming every third wave for the first 15 minutes of the game, right? So we're going to get them at 2:30, 4, 5:30, 7, and in this case 8:30 as we saw. Depending which champion you have, this would obviously be a lot riskier, closer to the base. There's only a few champions that want to do this. You can go here, pull. I'd always want to be checking the timer. We said before that 7:20 might have been a window for my opponent to be getting their second round of buffs. Well, this would be a timer as well for us to get an invade, right? If we can coincide it. If we did it the way as played right here, we're on their side of the map around 8:30 or 9. That's about the same time that they'd be coming to visit us anyways. So that's another level you can add in is how is my dynamic, how is my proxying going to affect my ability to work with my laners and whether or not I actually should do this and get unpunished. You obviously want to time it when enemy jungler is starting their camps here or going towards a bot lane gank, for example, or the dragon. Unless your name is Babos, and if your name is Simon and you play by the Babos FFS, then you'll just die in int anyways. Or as Alois puts it, dying on your turn. If you're dying with your push going forward, it's not actually that big of a problem because the early game respawn timers are so fast that it just doesn't have an impact anyways. And even if you were to lose the maximum, it's not even that much. Whereas they are losing some time to come and answer you and do that as well. We've reached 10 minutes. We're at 99 CS. That was our challenge. We can do better. We can definitely do better. All right, so we want to add in different phases. We got the L on that one. Normally, I'd only say that only after a win would you want to add levels, and generally this is part of that game play as well. But as this was a warm-up for our Rakan, we'll go through that in another video. I'll make sure to link that in the description below. But I know I can get better. I know the things I can do. First, a couple times, probably talk in between waves. Don't want to talk while it's happening. Secondly, when I'm playing in my game, being willing and able to recognize when to use Q. If there's two minions that are going to die quickly in short succinction with each other, then I want the Q activated so I have a faster attack step and that I can get the last hit from a higher base health. That way I can stand between the two, take the one that's there, not miss any that way. I believe we missed 5 in the first 2 waves, right? Like a tremendous amount with no real contest, not even having to deal with the waves. There are other levels that I'd want to add in. So all of these things add up to the challenge at hand. Whether or not you get to whichever level is always up to you, how much you want to dedicate to it. And if you can make it to level 10 on the CS challenge, then CSing in game becomes trivial. It's not something you even need to think about at all, and that allows you to get into flow state with your character. Part of flow state, you could argue, would be getting those CS, but the flow state in reality, when you do not have to think about the CS at all and you can just focus on the task at hand, that's when you unlock the next level. McEvs at YouTube, what's up, man? I don't see the challenge here though. In customs, I can perfect CS, but in game, I barely manage 7 CS a minute according to Blitz. Level 10 is the addition of all the factors. So the idea is that when you go into game, into practice tool, giving yourself extra challenges. And I'll try to pull up the file after this game. I don't want to do it right now while I'm loading this up, but maybe, you know what, maybe I can find it quickly. Forgive me a moment while I go find that.
Art can shed light on our fears.
I'll pop it into chat. It seems like it's my best chance of getting this. Hopefully that, yeah, that's awful. At least where I'm looking, that formatted awful on Restream. Yeah, that did not come through good. Let me just pop it up on screen.
Let's dance.
Smolder Senna should be easy enough for us to try to lock down, so we can go for the Fizzle Freeze build, move speed, maybe more AD to make sure that, or more AP to make sure that this is lethal when we go in. It's double ranged, so I may want this. I'm just going to copy that part and give you a new sheet to work with. There you go, man. So the idea is first level, just trying to do the most you can. Then it's trying to cancel your own animation with eyesight, right? Just training yourself to always look up so you never tunnel in too much. Then you actually try to make the 100 CS. Then it's attention, like who's gankable? What could be the jungler's path right now? It's been 30 seconds since the last time I thought about the jungler. What might have happened, right? And having those decision trees. Then you do it versus a bot. Then you can add the level of the bot. Then you do it with teasing, where you're pushing and pulling waves, stacking and crashing waves. Then you try to do it while you do a recall and a walk back. So last game we had 2 recalls and we still get to 99. Dynamic is where you're doing everything in the lane. And then you start adding in, and really level 10 is the full mastery of this, where you just have it till you can't get it wrong. Till you cannot get it wrong. And I'll get back into questions on that, but I'm going to jump in now. Obviously a little bit troll to sit back here. Hey man, I appreciate that. How can you pull a wave without anyone against you? Ah, it's a secret. You know what? I'll do it right now, actually, if I can. It looks like Mordekaiser's going topside, so we're not going to have it. I'll pull this wave right now and see if I can deny 1 CS from the Tahm Kench lane. Wukong probably getting a leash. Most Wukong players have been on the shelf for a bit, so we should be able to get into a world where we can ward this very, very late. I'm not going to go any earlier. My attacks don't even do anything in a leash, so I'm not even going to offer this. So they'd be leaving right now. I'm going to come over. You can see my wave is approaching. You know that their wave is approaching as well. We're going to do this to make sure that this pull doesn't result in a gank in the bot lane. A lot of times people will see something weird happening and be like, I need to go address something weird. So I go and intercept the wave. Now The aggro is on their side. It's also moving in. You see how they focus fired right here, and it's also on their half of the map. So all of these things can combined means that that wave pushes is pulling towards me. Right, so no opponent, there's a pull, and now this forces us into a situation where we don't need to fight with the Senna Kench for level 1. Kate still gets to outrange Kench and go for all these fights if she finds them, the range advantage. But we ensure that the wave comes back onto our side of the map so that we can help with the jungler's position if he wants to go for a gank. I should have blocked this for her. There too, we back off. Right, so that's just one example. Is going up and grabbing the minion wave. Alright, they have the bad setup for this. This is Tahm Kench actually supporting. I'll stand up and block. Trying to help with last hitting. Unfortunately, we didn't get that right. We could have used the Q right there. She's priming her own CS here, so we don't need to touch that. We're going to hit level 3 here, and we're going to go for a short trade. Stand up, we block as much as we can. We can continue this trade on the Senna. I think that's her flash, and we're good. Block again, and we're good, and we win the fight. So this, in part, not everything, but because we saw that both junglers were pathing from bottom to top, by pulling this wave, it ensured that we'd be able to be either in our safe spot away from their jungler in case their jungler ever planned on being aggressive, or it would give Mordekaiser option to be aggressive when he otherwise might not have that window, right? So we kind of get a lot of benefits from that, right? This guy can go, we can push, we need to recall, 100% need to recall right now. I'm recalling out here because it gives Caitlyn a little bit more liberty to not have to go all the way back to this corner. She ends up taking, no big deal. What do we want this game? Long range, we have to be able to engage, so we are going here. Might go with Trailblazer as well to go with double speed items to make sure that we can get onto the Smolder Senna, because their team is like 3 beefies that are going to try to dive into us. Move speed is fantastic against them, and then also for our Riven's ability to get onto the backline. I think we're going to be in a really good spot here. I don't necessarily want to be in the middle of a fray. I've already got Riven and Mordekaiser. I can pivot off them, continue my movements, and go from there. This is coming back to us, so there's no real reach to do anything else. This ward is very lackluster. It doesn't really do much. I'm going to stand in front of the wave to make sure it stays here. Oh, we're good. Now, it looks like they tried to take a recall here. Also looks like this might have been warded. I didn't grab my sweeping lens here. I'm just going to ping this real quick. So now we're in a position, I could step forward and find out, but anything I find out here is really just going to be the same information that I would have had without it. And like now I'm opening myself up to a Q and a W out of the bush, for example. But at least Caitlyn got the memo. I'm going to come over here and share one of these. I wish that she was going for just last hits right now. It would make things slightly better for us. It looks like she wants to start stacking and crashing. I'm going to help her push, since that's clearly what she wants to do. We push, now we roam. I'm going to tell her that I'm roaming. There's really nothing left for her to get up. She could go for another fast recall here. I could maybe get some attention. I am going across the vision. Not the best. I probably have to be cognizant of where Tahm Kench could be. But because a fight might have broken out right there, I definitely wanted to be in a position to help. Maybe I could have stayed and let her get more damage on the turret. That might have been better. Tahm Kench is missing. She can get this ward up here. She's gonna go for this last hit. She's got no flash. We're good. Just exhaust this guy so he gets in range. Hey, I may have taken too many shots. I took the 2 shots. I did not want to do that. I could have played that much better. Obviously, the 2 misses in the beginning didn't help at all. Just hit 6. Oh. Oh, just missed. Oh, the heal to get into range? I don't know about that. Maybe I shouldn't have spammed her. I wouldn't call it spamming. I should be using my W while I'm coming back to lane. I became a little bit too much of a fan right there. Should path up here. Go in between the 2. I still have options to get to them. I will be able to hold the Kate through. It's going to be a priority of mine to make sure Caitlyn gets her back off here. So Tahm Kench might try to stop it. It looks like she's going to go further back than normal. I'm hedging my bets between the 2 of them. No, there's nothing to do here. I might be able to get something off mid. It is a smolder free stacking. I'd like to be able to deal with that. That's going to look like Mordekaiser because he just went. Now this guy's going to step up to try to push the wave, and maybe Veigar has an effect. It looks like Tahm Kench is already keen to it. The difference between me and Tahm Kench is that he's got prio because he's got the wave pushed. So even if I'd like to have a little bit of a tussle with him, nothing to do with it. Also, he's looking for fights at this stage in the game, right? He's just stacking HP. very happy to do that. I want to come and make sure that I'm putting as much effort into the Caitlyn as possible, including giving her solo levels if that is applicable. Alright, so that means this is warded. Alright, Senna is 6, Caitlyn is 6. Just move over here, jump out of range to make sure that the Tahm Kench can't get on me. Senna's starting to hit a little bit harder, huh? 27 stacks, and she's got Rectrix. Alright, short trade incoming. I'm gonna try to give her a little heads up. It's just short trades, just short trades. Thank you. Could have dropped a ward while we were in there. We definitely get the better on that. It's up to me to land a Q now. To prove it. I don't know if it's worth trading Qs with Tahm Kench right now, but it does give the health basically from Tahm Kench to Caitlyn. Come back, Veigar. Alright, let's roam. Try to bring the Caitlyn over. We want to bring numbers for sure. Tahm Kench is trying to follow, but he's a little bit late, which means that we have a window here to be a little bit stronger. We get that one fight, we're good. Beautifully done. This may actually be a Dream Maker type game, huh? How do you save my old streams? I want to find the how to get really good on a champion. Twitter is a bad site. Oh, yeah. On YouTube. On YouTube, go to the live posts. So when you're going to the channel, it has the options, and you can scroll through like videos, live, popular or whatever. And one of those dynamics will be live videos on YouTube. I don't think you'll be able to get it from the other ones. I think that stream might have been one of the better ones, and I launched it on Twitch after making sure like the music's gone and whatnot. I don't know why I stayed here. I'm a little distracted. That's on me, not you. There's really nothing to get from there, except Rakan does scale good from levels, so and getting to his first 9 is really important because his W is such an empower spell. Once he's at level 9 is when he feels like truly online. This is their spike for sure. Tahm Kench is the strongest out of everyone right now, which is why it's such a good spot for them. Again, these are very meager wards, but it's enough for how well everyone else is doing. Once we get a full item here, then we'll be a little bit happier. We don't really have vision here. Largely on me. This at all. Now we're done here. I'm just pulling them out. This was a distraction at best. All that for a dead dragon. That was a lot of work. And I dare say, not much gain. I really want to have 50 extra gold. They recalled, right? And I'm going to be able to hit this for free, right? Not right? I'm going to share this gold with Kate, and we're going to yeet out of here as fast as possible. Added bonus is that it's going to give me access to this, which I did not see coming, I will admit. But now we have a fantastic buy, and we get to go in with the Dreammaker spike, so we have a little bit more prio for the river, play for Herald. Team's not as far ahead as it was before, and we're going to have to probably flex right about now. This is the part where we jump ahead of Tahm Kench, but we're going into Volibear's strong suit. Mordekaiser and Riven are very, very strong here, though. So we should be okay. Kept the wards for now just because it's my first time around. I'll probably go to sweepers next time. I need to make sure that I am focused enough for this.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
There we go, now she's coming up. Figure I'll take bot lane. This is what should have happened before. These 3 wards we can work on improving. I want Caitlyn to come here. I'm trying to encourage her to get up here. She may just be trying to leave. Hey. it. Alright, these wards are there. I don't think we need to get anything better right now. This one's a little bit redundant because this will see everything that we need, but I don't feel the need to upgrade it yet because we're still going to be on that timer. Alright, so now we're going to try to synergize with the jungler. Caitlyn's going to keep this wave pushed. Do you see this ward right here, why it's so important? They think they're hiding. They think that what they just did was an occult play, right? I'm going to sneak up behind the wave, get as close as I can. Well, it turns out we have actually had perfect knowledge of this. Oh, he jumped. Getting nothing here feels really bad. We got a volley bear, so we got a peace out. We just used a lot of resources, so we're just going to back off. I'm standing between Wukong and the Caitlyn here. Although, actually, that might just give it an E-way in. Coming in behind us. I don't want them to know that we know that he's there. Nice. I'm here to back him up. That was all still in that time window where we had used all of our cooldowns before and they were still strong, right? They had invested the teleport, so we basically gave them the window by continuing that fight. We just wanted to continue to get out.
An enemy has been slain.
They're on the bottom half of the map. This is my good opportunity to get these wards down. So now combined with the one that we're about to place in mid, we're going to be all set. I don't actually know. You know what? I don't know if that would have given us the zombie ward. It probably would have timed out. Alright, so we go here with this, and we guard this side. I'm keeping mid pushed, so we have prio on Baron and wards near it. This guy's actually smart. You'd see 9 out of 10 people in this YOLO, they would push this wave, right? They're actually holding it. So like right now, his Senna's pushing, and all it's going to do is give this wave back to us. Now you actually get to punish Volley Bear, right? Because this Senna, by pushing it, I know that Caitlyn's good, and she's going to be able to hold it on her side of the map. We got chain CCs. We're good. Cool. Shield that guy. I think that made sense. Although he probably wanted to do it in the response to the ult. We can all in the Senna now. Which is good. Like decent amount of movement from us. We have that one ward here. Might want to try to stop it. Probably gonna put this control ward down, right? I don't need to actually kill this. Killing it's fine, but we're so strong here. Our siege is like so strong in this window right now because of who we are. And we find another kill because of it. Kind of, do we? I think we do. I think these guys are getting dunked on macro-wise. I have my second Trillias of the fight. That's the wrong guy I wanted to exhaust. Oh, I just got out of the way. And I'm gonna die to the smolder. Did I let them stay long enough to get control of some vision? That would be suboptimal, obviously. I think overall we're the big winners. Plus, all this happened in this area. Congratulations. Now we have a straight path to here, and there's nothing they can do to stop us. Should be a team effort. Yep, there's Smolder. 100% this is ours for the taking. Like, between these two wards, too. Nothing. There are very few ways for them to actually get into our vicinity. We wanted mid push though. No, Vagar, please, Vagar. Vagar, come help. This is not a share farm moment, right? Like, this is not the time where you have to set up and share your farm. Take it. We go Baron. A dominate lane but struggle mid game. Any streams you recommend? So Alois is probably not best for you since you already do well in lane phase, and he's really maxing about the first 4 waves of the game and the tremendous like early game. What champion do you, what champion do you play? Is this guy really teleporting right now already? Okay. Might have liked to have that. But if he says that he's got no spikes, he's got no spikes. And if he's getting there early, then great, right? I think that he's probably just dead here. This is what we get for inting for a dragon. No, this is done. I should have called them off of it. That's my fault. I lost my focus. Or he steals it over the wall for free. Oh. Well played, sir. So this area right now is a collection area for us. This is probably, as a top laner, you want to be thinking, we're strong mid because of all this deep vision, and we're strong with the wave, and this is our collection. So Riven's correct to not correct anything further. I already swept this. I should have maybe told him. Olaf and Trundle, yeah. So this right here is a fantastic zone in the game to be aware of. Let's see, when do I want to do this? He just put his spell on cooldown, he's done. Chain CC, I think I overlapped with him. Exhaust right there. Did he just take over the fight? Jeez. Yeah, that's Volibear. I didn't see that Riven was on 2 items and Volley was on 3. That's me. That's me. But largely in part, I mean, not having the teleport's going to affect our abilities here. Maybe internal clock needed to just be shorter as well. That's really bad that he was this far behind and I didn't see it. Vagar's definitely our most fed player. Caitlyn's doing just fine, and she's going to be in a good spot soon. Mordekaiser's huge as well, right? So Mordekaiser is probably our strongest champion right now.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret.
They know about lane wards, which means I'm going to continue sweeping here. Seems too far. Got the one though, and we split the fights. Gonna keep on shielding these guys as needed. Try to get to the Mordekaiser as best as I can. Ruben's got top. Alright, so we're in a really good spot here. Ward should be backing off. You don't want to tank the minions right here. You want them to come out so it's easier for people to hit. Like, if he didn't waste his shield right there, he's too busy memeing. If you're trying to play that well, he shields, I shield him. He can take 2 turret shots while we go on in and we all attack once, right? So that's absolutely within the realm of possibilities there. May have to just die for the team here. Nope, we just do this. 2 inhibs. Alright, now we leave behind the decaying ward here. Stack this up. Find any leftover control wards. This is a really important phase right here. And I'm going to move my control ward over because we're going to start creeping in for vision on the dragon quadrant, which means pushing in through mid. I wish I had more wards to give. That's exactly why I can fill my own wish here. And do this. Ward should not be going to the blue. Well, blue's fine, sorry. Hopefully he's not doing the rest of the quadrant, but I think this means that he did. See that ward, man? Look how good that ward is. Just like take a moment to appreciate how much this is giving us at this stage in the game where we're looking to transition over to a siege. Now, my team may not actually get it. I probably need to tell them, let's push into this quadrant, folks. Let's do it together. Hopefully, Senna's not seeing me right here. She did, so we're going to get rid of it. I could leave this ward alone. It would be totally fine to do that. Kind of see this behind them. Looks like they're trying to engage a fight. Peel for here. We'll give the speed boost now. And GG, we win. That's how you play an in-game on support. I think there's definitely some moments where I slipped up, especially mechanically, but also losing focus and talking to stream, right? That's something that we're happy to do. We're happy to get the info. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a tax on everybody. Alright, we're going to do a little trick here. That guy could have come in and tanked, right? Because we're tanking for him. We'll give him the extra shields. He would have been fine. I'll get to your question a little bit. We didn't copy it. Didn't get the copy pasta. All right, let me have this ready for next time. Might still be able to find it from here. Windows V, did you know? Windows V gives you all of the things that you've copy pasted. So if I want to put this right there. Boom. Jungle Gap, nice damage Wukong. Mordekaiser. I mean, we had a good system of what was going on. He should have been picking more fights. All right, so the question, even if I'm fed 6-0 after lane, I can't manage to get much more than that. Olaf and Trundle. So those are tricky ones, and that is going to be the natural skew. You're going to get the kills early, and then it's much more likely that it's going to be difficult to get in. One mistake that people make is they tend to build too much damage for too long. Right, so if you look at third items, start looking at Steric's gauges, and Zeke's Convergence is actually a secret, very strong item on Trundle. It was strong on Trundle and on Olaf from the original sets. Spirit Visage as well. Force of Nature to get the extra move speed, which gates their ability to get into the fights. So those are all big impacts for them. Get defensive itemization, lets you stick around in the fight for longer. And then your end game macro. It's about figuring out which waves need to get pushed, how much pushing needs to be done, right? First off, what needs to be done, then how it should be done. And then specifically, how long are you going to stay there versus where the teammates are going to be. The easiest way to think of it is a 3-pronged trident. When you're attacking, if you have one prong that's longer than the others, it's easy to break off. It'll just get in the way, right? You want 3 prongs attacking together, because this one's going to be too fimble. Also, if you hit your target, it's not strong enough to break. It tends to be 3 strong ones together. When you push together. That means outside lanes past 15 minutes, once the minions are sped up, need to go a little bit faster on the second waves as you're pushing up, and then that means that they come into the base together like that. And once you have that down, then it's a matter of, all right, is my team going to get in a fight or are they not? Do they have the wherewithal? What was it, 2 weeks ago? Assess, communicate, and effectuate, right? So first off, figure out what the plan's going to be, then communicate it. It's not just about your own job, although doing your job well is part of it. But if you can mention with pings what your intention is, like, I'm going to this lane, please push and hold this lane, right? Those sorts of things can help get you through that end game phase. And then it's very much about knowing how to fight, right? It's much more difficult to play those weaker fighters. I don't want to say weaker because they're very good in any 1v1, but they're more susceptible, especially when you build any amount of damage and health. You're going to be more susceptible to an all-in from a 5-man group, whereas you might have won the 1v2s. You're much weaker once 5 people just decide to focus you. Hopefully those things help. McEve's on Twitch. Are you on Twitch? I thought you were on YouTube before. Okay, it's just on Twitch. Okay, yeah, I had that backwards just because I was broadcasting to all of them. So yeah, you're on Twitch. Make sure you go to youtube.com/@GigaGamingAcademy, and it will show you something like this. If I go here, and for me, I'm just going to say view my channel. But you're going to see something like this, like recommended pages, the sagas, the replays, and then you can go to live. And live will have the different ones. So if you wanted setting SMART goals, how to get good on a champion, I believe this was the beginning of the motivation chapter, right? If I have that right. So that's what you'll see, and you'll be able to find all the latest videos. All right, game 2. Small goals for myself this game. I was in a really good flow with the champion. Definitely feeling really good with the concepts of what he could do. I think they could have been more aggressive in lane, and I don't know that trading off me being more aggressive, trying to land more Qs and do more, would have been worth them stepping up and getting more stacks for each of those champions. This was from earlier. Hopefully you got a chance to get it. Again, the recap for anyone who's just joining in. Hello to everybody. We're streaming on Twitter, LinkedIn. Oh man, what are all the platforms we're on? We're on Facebook. We've got Twitch and YouTube, of course, and then Kick as well. Although Kick is, I don't know. If anyone's saying hi on Kick, please holler in the chat. Kick's been an interesting place. But if you're just joining in, we're talking about the different levels of the CS challenge, right? So very simple thing you can do is get 100 CS in 10 minutes. You can break it down, you can go lower. 50 in 5 is deceptively much harder than 110 because you're not getting your first CS until a bit 145 in the game, more or less. So you have to, well, 130 is when the waves are getting there. But yeah, it'd be so much harder because you're missing out on 2 full waves going into that. So it's more like 40 would be a good goal. First, get the most you can in 10 minutes. Then you're practicing putting your eyes up, right? So after each mechanic, each time you're inputting a command, you know what the result of the command is going to be. So you've already queued your auto attack and your move's going to move you over. That's a really good time to look up and get some information on the map, right? Practice moving up. It is a vital skill towards your ability to play with good information, right? Just getting those cues and information. Sometimes you know the most important ones, like especially 130, you want to know, did they leash? That's a huge informer. You probably have a ward out that is telling them whether or not they started at Raptors or red or not red side. And that information is obviously the most important, but just practicing looking up will teach you to always be vigilant, and it'll train you to already be in the mode of picking up as much information as possible. That's probably the single biggest difference between bottom to top. It's not how fast they can click, it's how much information they can pick up, right, and react to. And so if you already start early, then this is an exceptional way to enhance that. Next, you give yourself a finite goal, right? This is still a smart goal. If it's achievable, you've already made it through the other steps. You should be getting better. You try to get 100 CS in 10 minutes. Everybody should be able to do this, all right? Then you start adding challenges. You add more attention taxing, right? Are you going to have to find out more as the game goes on? You know, you need to be able to answer the critical questions like who's gankable, which wave is it coming, what's a good time to, what's the state of our wave, do we need to push it, when's the cannon, what are the death timers, you know, etc. You can ask yourself questions like that and get used to an answer. Like you can even build in, I've killed my enemy bot, which is the next step. What time are they going to come back? When do I expect them to actually get back into lane? So you start asking yourself those questions, like tracking the jungler is probably the most important one. Then you add a bot, right? And then you can do 5A, 5B, 5C. You can level up the bot. Then you work on teasing. You push and pull the waves to maintain freezes. You need to have the bot to make sure that you have the experience. You can do it versus just a dummy if you put it in the middle bush. A moment while we refine this. Do we need it? I think there's not tons of catch here. It's a little bit. Rek'Sai Ahri is a little bit scary. Taric could also... We'll keep it on here. Then you add in a recall. Can you force yourself to get recalls and still make it to 100 CS, right? That will give you the advantage of a shop. Recall, no teleport, right? Or really this is recall, then try it. Recall with teleport, then try to do it recall with no teleport. See if you can still make it back. Then you're doing dynamics where you're trying to do everything. Push and pull the wave. You're trying to stack and crash. You're trying to add a jungle path and say that we got information and what kind of jump you want to make next. All right, Aphelios. So we are scaling. Exert my dominance on this guy. Now we're going to see what kind of player he is. We're going to change our level, right? So first level, he saw that, yes, I am dodging. Yes, I'm trying to set him up. And specifically that I dodged to the right. We'll see if we can dodge left next time and if we can make a micro. We won't be. Hey, look, he knows. Keeping these alive for as long as possible, so it's more likely to kill. So we actually won a minion already. They missed an experience for their leash. We're gonna just hover, so now the wave, we can get it to come back to us if we want. We can play for level 2 if we want. It's Jin, so he'll be stuck with no 4th shot if he goes for it. Big win. Big win. I'm just going to hang out right here for a bit. Now, we can let this come back in, or we can try to push it with the extra minions we have. Again, we're going to be an okay spot. There are no level spikes to be had. Briar, Rek'Sai's over here. As a support, it's much easier for me to collect. Oh, there we go. Level 3 decided for a bot side gank. Maybe we can get him out with that. Probably not, though. He's pinging me out. That's fine. So that's an easy invade for a Briar. Okay, pretend like I'm warding and go over here. The fact that he stayed here is actually amazing for us. It's an easy invade. I should have been waiting on those. Now we'll help him to shove so we can get a better reset. First off, it's going to be a stack, right? We're just going to make these minions easy to hit when we do want them. Stack this wave, crash the next. Briar's mid, Rek'Sai's right here. Nice quick get in, get out. He's full. You know what? I want to leave this wave in this state so that it comes back to my man. No, that's not true. I need to get the crash in. If they start pushing a little bit more, we need to get that. Briar's on this. Alright, we need to shove. Hopefully Briar can hover for a little bit. It's good. Any attention that's not spent on my Phelios means that we get a cleaner situation. Now he gets to recall if he wants, or he can hang out. Up to him. I'll get my roam off for the top voids. She didn't buy boots. She did get boots. So this wave's coming back, right? Nothing they can do about it. So their options are now to dive or to not dive the Aphelios. Rek'Sai's can be tempted by the bot side camps, and they may have something to it. So hopefully Akali just is warding. And she looks like she might be going for a gank, which is not optimal with me on the wrong other side of the map. I'm just going to stick around for the first one. You know what? Actually, for first one, maybe we'll do this. Let's look at bot side. It looks like we have a level 6 spike, so she's going to be A-okay. Hey, bot lane rotated. Can go cover this. She's good. They are continuing this fight here. Briar would probably like to be part of this. Baiting as many hits as possible. Does he want to stick around for plates? I'll hang out if he wants to hit this. Right, there we go. Now we leave. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. You're good, it's coming for you, it's coming for you. Now this is a trade-off, right? Staying for an extra plate like that, you see how long it takes? They're going to get the push off of this, and there's not really much we can do about it, right? So it's always a trade-off. You always have to give something in that regard. Uh-oh. Block, I block. We do this, we go forward as much as possible. We follow the Akali. Although it looks like the fight's going to be on this side. Block. I stand behind this guy. My team's got my back. We got 6. Got you. Give the kill. And thank you very much. Another game carried on Rakan. These guys are doing great, by the way. I want to give them all the credit in the world. They're doing fantastically. This time we'll stick around since we're going to get the plate version of this. I should have let that guy run first, but based on last time, I think he was going to overstay a little bit. So we can't really escort him. We need to try to recall here. Briar's having a fight. I think we're good. Now that they know that Briar's here too, it means that we necessarily gain some more bot lane prio. Gonna go and stack this wave for him. Oops, a little bit less far than I wanted. And we're out. Oh, he wants in. He's feeling good because he's full health. He's got so much money though, including a completed Yumu's. Ari's here as well. We need to recall. Yeah. You have so much gold. I know you do. Oh, Akali has dug too deep. Okay. He's trying for it. It's suicide. They know. Someone's calling him back. We don't want to move while they might be untunneling, right? So we can just stand right here. Or Brad can go get a gank here as well. Yeah, we can cover for this. Aphelios is getting solo XP on the bottom. We're in really good shape here. Now we get to help with this push. Totally fine with using the ult for a pick, by the way, especially in this stage of the game. We took the one. They're going to get the other ones. We're fine. Are we fine? I'll just help speed it up. Aphelios is already getting pushed in. There's really nothing to gain here, except maybe saving him from a dive, which, yeah, you know what? It is imminent. I feel badly now. I got greedy for an extra 100 gold, which I'm going to go pick up right now. Hey. No, I don't want to leave it at just 28. It's going to transform. I want to use my charges. Oh, I got one more. I wanted to use that to get the rest of my gold right then. You know what? We've got 6 void grubs. This is true damage. This thing melts. We can even finish this right now. It's got tons of resistances. Normally this would be enough. We're good. I think Rek'Sai might be a little bit too strong right here. This is a hell of a long fight. What's going on? Briar picked one up. We're good. That was kind of crazy long. They do have very long sustained fights, huh? So that probably means we're going to be in Solstice mode. No, probably here, actually. And Trailblazer, make sure that our team can follow suit behind us. Aphelios can mid now. We can push mid for Herald Prio and move Vision into south. Sorry. West quadrant. Akali knows. It's probably going to be a Trailblazer into Zeke's game. They're still trying for the turret. Akali digging for kills. Maybe I should be there. I don't know. Jin's in the right spot, and I don't want him to be able to push, although he's feeling pretty confident right now. I definitely don't want to let this onto the turret. So I'm going to bring this wave back again, right? Like, I'd love to be sharing this with more teammates. But I need someone to get up here. It's kind of hilarious to sit on this much. Oh, he snuck it past. Nice shot, mister. Get this guy. We get this guy. We go like this. We go like that. And we get him out. Oh, we almost got him out. A tank. Last one, a tank. Woo! Fights. We're gonna get some value and recall on top of this guy's boats. I'm ulting, but no one's getting hit. Put some things in the middle of the bush. Pop. We tank it for long enough. Oh my gosh. We were sitting in that fight forever. What was slowing us so much? We were so slow. That was fun. Was that a 4v5 as well? Everybody was there, right? No, this one wasn't. I picked up the Eye of the Herald in that mess. Okay, which one we'd like to get this the outer turret down. I feel the need to protect this Aphelios right now, so we're just gonna cast this. That was way too long. That was awful. Didn't do at all what I wanted it to do. So we're gonna drive it this way. And it's gonna go up to the top lane. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Hashtag strat chat. Bramble vest. Got it.
Dominating.
Take some Baron shots while you're at it, mister. Trailblazer and everything. We walked this guy too far away. We should say, we... Guy's so pissed at us. Oh man, you can't even. The thing is, I don't want them to see me drop that ward. Even though they can infer that ward, I don't want them to see me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oopsies. No, not that. This. Old man pressing buttons on a computer, right? Now, I'd I'd like to get a little bit deeper entrance vision, something like this. Could go a little bit deeper, but now most of the angles. All right, now we're good to do this.
Shut down.
4v0 top. I deal the least damage here, so I should really be the one that's standing out here on him. Big hits. Everybody goes in, we lock up. Don't have a ward to place. You know what, I'm gonna level my E because I'm not ulting again in this fight. Woo! Don't shoot me. Don't let him shoot me. Made it. That was fun. Ah, now I remember why I had these on the list. Because I want them to auto place. That's gonna get you into trouble. Can't W. That's if you still have vision, you're still gonna go in and find it. But if it's enough to get the Akali in, then maybe that's enough. But I think the chain CC is gonna be enough to get her. So let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna keep pushing here because they're gonna go after this dragon. Nothing for me to accomplish here, so I might as well go and get the biggest win possible. That's what you get for trying to stop a sidewave push, Jin. You're a carry, dude. He's going for the Gromp? No. We don't need to take everything. We need to take the important thing. Oh, that's gonna come at the worst possible time? No, at the best time, maybe? Yeah, Solstice Slay, not quite good enough. Or was it enough? Oh, and E. Got it. And the flash. The Urgot's in behind. Oh my god, what a spectacle. What a wild ride. And you know what? There's our level up and we get it. We get the point. In this, my goodness. We are playing like we are the 5-man team, and yet we've had a split pusher in 2 of the last fights. And the story's kind of been the same, you know? We've got this. Deep mid push. I'm gonna stay with him. I'm not gonna place the ward yet. A couple reasons. I want the in-game timer to match as much as possible. Now we've got the wave going up here. This is a little bit of an over push. We've got the Baron coming up, so we're gonna go for quadrant into. We're going for this push right here. Gonna try to stop some amount of vision. This guy needs to play back for sure. Stop this the run through. That's fantastic. Let's get myself stunned, I think. I think we win this fight though. We finally have everybody, so it should be an easy capitalization. Giga. Put E down. I don't think we have enough for anything more here, though. Can get an even better ward out right here to see their paths coming this way. I'm actually going to tuck it back where they probably don't think that they need to have a sweeper. I got nothing better to do with my money. Let me do that. I'm glad I did. Oh, God. Baby, don't whine. About enough time, I think. Unfortunately, that fight's starting with a Kali dead, right? If Urgot had come into that fight, my goodness, how bad that would have been. I'm certainly guilty of not looking up often enough. This is the least of the prizes we could get. There's nothing to gain here. The team's not coming, so we want this. Oh no, and he flashed right as Skarner went in. It's the worst possible combination. 200 years, folks.
An enemy has been slain.
You know what? I want this wave already pushing. This wave pushing means that the top wave gets to go in uncontested, right? You see this timing? This is the important thing I was talking about, wave timers. I want this super already in their lap. I don't want them knowing jack or shit about what's going on up here. And now they have to go deal with that super. They don't. I'm getting ulted. Oh, beautiful. All right. I didn't even see that it hit me. I thought, but great. Anything that's aimed at the other guy and doesn't hit me, I'm happy with. Briar's still super deep. No, we're actually going to lose this. Did he just reposition himself to dodge it? That was almost fantastic. We could have waited a little bit. We did get the first K down on this, which means it is going to be permanent damage, but we could have done that better as well. Take a deep breath, as always. This guy's too far up. He needs to be cognizant of that. He's much further up. This wave right here is doing some amount of work for us. Gonna get the wave up into a decent spot. I can't really W forward, though. Might have been able to step forward. Gonna reset this ward, because I don't think we have that much progress that we can claim. Even though we are up, we're not really up anymore, right? It's such a trivial thing, because now they have an equal wave. So until we actually do something better than them, we're not actually better than them, if that makes sense. I feel so naked without my ward here. Briar's split pushing. We're good. We still have a split available. It looks like they're going for that flank now. So I'm getting ready. Aphelios will join in. They're going. They're committing. Did we get anyone close to out? I don't know that Briar tried to ult into that fight. Almost definitely could have landed it over here. Maybe they decided that they wanted to get Urgot out more. I don't know. Seems okay though. Oh, this was on the wrong button. I need to get both of those onto onto the magic keys. And we're full build. These are some long, intense team fights. What do you... I'm kind of vibing with this game. We've got Soul coming up. We have only OK Vision lingering from before. It's fine. It's going to see some things. They clearly swept over here, so this area is dangerous. One of the things you can do against Rek'Sai is actually not move. I'm gonna refill this ward while they maybe don't have an idea, because they're kind of stupid. They don't know what I'm up to. Alright, mid lane's pushing. We've got this advantage. Urgot's going into the fight. Chain CC for everybody. I get the knockup I want. I'm gonna light up some bushes, make sure that they can't see. Make sure that my team can see. This is a super, super unheralded part of supporting. You see these wards that came out? That was in the middle of the fight, guys. Right? I'm not doing anything else with my actions. I might as well do that. Get that thing lit up to make sure that everyone has 100% DPS time. Make sure we end the game with 0 kills. True support stat line. So where have I grown in the past week? My goodness. I feel like a completely different Rakan player. I feel like I can control fights rather than thinking about what buttons I have to press. I'm thinking about how do I control this fight, and the rest just comes naturally. I still make some mistakes, so there's definitely other elements that make for opportunities to grow, right? And that's awesome. I'm glad that we're transitioning into this, right? Growth mindset. Now is going to be even better, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling close connected to that flow state that we wanted to get to by the end of March. 100 games to just truly gel with the champion, right? Maybe we get it in 50. We're getting pretty close and we feel that way. But now we're going to test whether or not a day off makes a difference. What are we going to do when we come back? What if you take a week off? What does it feel like coming back to your champion? The more ground-based knowledge, and again, when you get to this level 10, practice till you can't get it wrong, that's when you tend to hold on to it much, much more especially against any abrasion, right? When you have stress or when you have complications, things that are frustrating in your life, or you're not able to practice as much, you're going to come back to the things that are your core gameplay. And if you eliminate the noise and can make it to just your core unleashed self, then you can play at a level that you haven't even seen before. And I'm not even talking about just what you haven't seen on your own screen, just there's other levels of this game that are attainable that have not been reached. And that's our goal. We want to create the perfect soldier. We want someone who is mentally steeled, someone who knows the game inside and out, someone who has the mechanics and the reaction time to be able to do it. All of these things are trainable, right? And this is what the 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds of the world that are coming into this world now with this available to them, what's available right now, these kids are going to get even better than you can imagine, because this is going to be their baseline. They're going to know, my son is going to know nothing but this. And so he's going to build off of that. So the time frame to use it is in this next 5-year window, because these kids now that are going to have this as part of their internal fighting system, they're going to grow up. And once they're 17, watch out, right? When they get close to their fully grown bodies, it's going to be really hard to keep up with them. I've had a lot of fun so far. This has been a blast. I love doing this journey. I hope you guys like it too. If you do, make sure you show some love to the channel. You can like, subscribe, or you can go to gigagamingacademy.com/about, learn more. We are doing a giveaway in Discord. All right, join the Discord. All you need to do is go into the giveaway channel. It's fourth from the top. You can't miss it, and just follow the directions there. Don't be shy. Even if your honor's lower than you think it ought to be, just put it in there. Give yourself a shot. That's something that we can control, right? That's something that we can do. It's an admission of where we're at. We'd like to be level 5. A lot of people would like to be 5. Some people are. Some people are not. If you're not and you're not growing towards it, why, right? Identify. Roger Federer was a brat. You guys remember him when he was 17, 18, even 19 years old, breaking rackets on the court? Then one day he just decided, that's not who I want to be. Every time I do that, my opponent gets stronger. They know that I'm feeling bad. Why would I give that to them? I want to be stoic at all times, never show any frustration. And then you're invincible, right? That's when you get into that realm of Michael Jordan, Roger Federer. They were untouchable, and they knew it, and you knew it. They knew that you knew it, right? They were multiple levels above everybody else at their time, and it's crazy. But these kids coming up, they're gonna have this. So the time right now, I mean, I'm taking my son for an example. There are older kids of gamer kids, but not much, right? I think Griffin's dad might have been a gamer, but I'm not positive about that. But you're starting to get this wave of people that are coming up. He's going to have it on the fringe, right? My son, he's going to have this. This is part of his life. This is what dad does. And so he's got this ingrained into him. The gamers are going to be wild. It's going to be insane how good they get. Team White Ass says, I feel bad that Aphelios didn't get one. Maybe I left him a little bit alone too long. You know what? It's time for a break. It's been a couple hours. I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's time to move your body. Today I'm playing with elastic weights on my knees, so I can do some plyometric exercises against that. Always good to keep your body healthy, your mind healthy. So this is your reminder to get up, get a stretch in, go outside, breathe some fresh air, look off into the distance, let your eyes relax and go into the distance straight ahead. Right? In this game, we're darting all around. It's a workout. All of it's a workout for every muscle up here. It's important to give yourself that break so you can have a healthier and better and stronger gaming session. All right, so I will be right back. I will catch you guys in a bit. so hyped, man. Every time I hear this, they did such a good job on this. Think about, I mean, the biggest growers from this game, the music. The music encaptures it. It really encapsulates the game, the adventure, everything about it, and it captures my mind. This was perfect for Soul Fighter. The world's theme is awesome. KDA, awesome. Right? All of these things are just fantastic musical productions, and that's the difference between Pirates of the Caribbean being one of the greatest movies of all time. Just that music. It's not just Johnny Depp being crazy on Jack Sparrow. It's the music that just gets you on that ride. Alright, man. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. That break was brought to us by our sponsors. You. That's why we're not going to be ad-free. We'll never put ads on this channel because you guys support the channel, and that time's for you. Alright? You get up, you walk around, you stretch, you do a workout, whatever it is. Run an errand, a chore, do something for mom, or just call someone and tell them that you're having a good day. Make somebody's life better. Your own, theirs, doesn't matter. It's only too ideal. It's so weak of a lane phase to have Rakan here. But yeah, you guys support the channel every way you can, whether or not it's a like and a thumbs up, whether or not you get notifications, whether or not you donate or sub or support the channel with money. You guys are the best. I appreciate you, and that's why that's always going to be brought to you ad-free. As long as I can control it, at least. I'm going to try as hard as I can to make sure that there are no ads on this channel. Alright, Draven Rakan, we have an excellent bot lane for me to be more aggressive. Probably looking to be in the Guardian tree. Might, depending on the bot laners, go into Glacial Augment. Nefiri versus Kiana. Nefiri has some better trades. Kiana has to be all cooldown reliant. Nefiri can stick around longer in those fights, especially if the dogs survive. But we're definitely going to pay some visits to that lane. We have a hyper aggressive setup right now. Rakan is a direct counter to Gwen. That will be a good situation for us as well. I guess this could be a bot lane Yasuo. It could be a mid Yasuo and a jungle Kiana. If it's jungle Kiana, then it's super invadable. Very weak early clear. Even with all the changes, all the help that they've gotten in the jungle, it's still not very good. Could also be, I suppose, Gwen jungle and Yasuo top. We'll figure it out. WTF is this? Alright, what do we have? Probably Seraphine and Yasuo bot lane. That's my guess. Which we absolutely steamroll. I don't think there's any combination that we don't. I guess, what do we have? We could have like a Kiana one trick that's being pushed into support with a Seraphine carry, but Seraphine carry got so much worse that no one should be playing it anymore. Who knows? Alright, they have hard engage, so we're going to stick with the Guardian route. It's not about locking down one person. They also don't have that much pick for me, so I'm fine with Zombie Ward. And Exhaust is very good against this whole roster. We'll see. We'll make a small goal for ourselves to try to interrupt a Kiana spell sequence with our Exhaust. Try to get it while the R is in the air, for example. See if we can make that for ourselves. It is Yasuo and Seraphine in the bot lane, so we absolutely annihilate this. Draven is one of the champions that I'm willing to leash with because he can get his 4 axes, catch him on the way to lane, then reactivate his Q. And that way he comes to lane with 2 axes. And that, if you didn't know, is the difference between the best Dravens. The rest. We're going to get out here first, so we're happy to take this bush. They have Ghost and Heal, so the Ghost means that they're limited in power in this fight. It also means that Yasuo is going to be forced, or he thinks that he can get around in the fight with the Ghost. I don't know, this is not... I can't remember the last time I've seen a Ghost on Yasuo. It seems kind of contraindicative, right? This will get information on the Vi's starting position. She's either at blue Gromp or she's not, so we'll have some information about red. Most likely to start here. Yasuo, Seraphine, I don't know what these guys are even going to do for a lane phase. I feel like we steamroll them so hard. Welcome to the chat, guys. If you're from this game, there is a slight delay that I can't do anything about. It's gonna be like 3 seconds. So anything I say is only true before. If I say go in now, that means I'm just wishing. Try to do it. Best thing to do is just mute. Later we can talk about game plans and then not pay attention to it from there. You know what? I'm gonna go to get this. No, I'm not. Alright, so we know that they're starting red. Alright, Draven's gonna take a deep breath and he's not gonna drop anymore. He's gonna be perfect right from here on out. Can probably harass Yasuo out of some of these. Alright, we've got the level 2. He's gonna come for a last hit right here. He's wise enough to not go for it. We have to get eyes on Vi. Make sure that she's not wrapping around right here. This doesn't see all the avenues. One of the things that she can do is go red into Krugs into a bot lane gank, wrapping around here. There she is. Took a shot there. Nice turnaround. Good job by the jungler to be there for that. Both junglers have done a red side clear, which means that we're clear to be as strong as we'd like on this side. There's nothing left. There we go, get this off. I don't think you need to... Did he need to flash? No, he's into the minion wave. I don't think we got it. That just on me for missing everything at the beginning? Probably. I'm gonna hold this wave to make it very obvious that I'm going to keep it here, stop it from crashing. Oh, go do it. Cannot get this. Cannot get this. I'll give out the experience. I don't even want it. Alright, we got it anyways. Alright, we're pathing out through mid, preparing for Echo's choice here. We probably want to get a ward onto the dragon itself, because Vi can take it at level 4 by herself. Echo, not so much. We're going to hang out near here, probably just drop this in the pit. Normally we'd want it somewhere more. I mean, she can just steal it. As Draven lane, we could also just push and come back over. So there is a combination that we can do that maybe solves all those problems. Maybe we just do it here. Draven returns to a lane that's coming back. Echo could take Dragon right here if they wanted, but with the shop, they're going to be in a mighty good spot for themselves. Now we'll go with the push. Ooh. I did not want to get hit again. Orange looking for this. Nice, that little chunk there is crucial. There we go, we push this in, we help Orange clear out with Echo. Draven's going to be under turret, so we're going to be fine here. And it looks like Echo's totally fine. Vi steals the one, as they are wont to do. We'll give up our control ward to find out that Seraphine's nowhere near, and we're good. Nice. Got him. Guy's so happy right now. Now we have to chill for a bit. They see here, they absolutely have this warded right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got him in response. How beautiful is that? Try to get this guy off my carries. No, didn't work. Not enough. We trade. Not bad. Not bad. We'll go pick up this experience. Maybe it would have been better to come over than to get the ward down. Can I hold this lane right here for the Draven? I don't know. Maybe just the casters. With the casters is enough. Pull this melee out apparently as well. Alright, we're good. Draven gets everything. This Draven's so happy. Everyone gets counterpicked. Gwen's complaining that she's against an Ornn. Is that... Oh. A little bait. There you go. Beautifully done. We're good on the top side. Yep. We can say you got countered, lady. Reactivating his axes. Let's go in. Let's give him a shield so he can go get a hit off. Come on, get a hit off. Don't drop your axes. Never drop the... It's like Freddie Prinze Jr. and she's all that. Can't let it drop. That's not how to do it. We're baiting, we're baiting. Go give this man a heal. Make him hit me, try to get him to bait onto this. Get a big ult. Now I ult this way. Oopsies. Aye, oopsies indeed. Oopsies indeed. Alright. The Yasuo is smurfing, apparently. That guy's actually pretty clean with his mechanics. Most Yasuo players are. I'm sure there's going to be some defect somewhere, but we need to make sure we stop avoiding, or that we start avoiding those early trades. And he's going to be a big problem now. That might be a completed. That's probably a completed Bork. Should have stood further.
Enemy killing spree. Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Huh. Alright, so they changed it. We don't get zombie word for that anymore. This guy's solo plate money. Bork.
Enemy killing spree. Down.
Doesn't know. Too much of a trap. This guy needs to come out and just get his reset and come out.
Ally has been slain.
Hey, who pinged on my head?
Destroyed a turret. Ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Deep breath. Yikes. No, I didn't get it down. All right, but you know what? It's gonna end up trading the kill, which may not have otherwise happened. Melee team. Trailblazer, I think I've committed to, but Zeke's. Trailblazer Zeke is the combination. Maybe we should have done Zeke's first. They are full engage. Being able to control speed on this team might be really good. Slowing or mobilizing an enemy champion. Gives me the move speed. I think we're just going to be here, though. The buff is better than advertised. It did just get a buff in general. And it's sort of an invisible shield. Ornn versus this matchup is good. Neferi is fantastic. Echo's good for us too. Raven went up to top lane. Unfortunate. Should want to give this to Ornn potentially. Alright, both of them are up in that lane, which means that we have free reign to go take this. Just go push this immediately. No. Deepa, 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 deepa. Just use it right now, my man. Hey, that's not going to work favorably for me, and then I missed a click. That is not the wall I wanted to get to, and I got frustrated that we didn't go sooner. Now we've used a teleport, my ult, my flash, we've used a lot. That's a problem. Surfing, beautifully done. 3-man stun, but no damage on Kiana? How come no damage? It just ate up the shields, I guess? Nice shot. Alright, we win all fights. Sword really wants to be much further deep. $15 seconds to get that red buff if we want it. While we're in. On these guys, is it enough? I don't think so. In the Fury's lane. Draven going against her. I don't know that he even wins that, especially not at his stage.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm going in here for vision. 3 people showing means that I get this all for free to me. No one else. That is a shame, but it would mean that they have no idea that this is coming. It is Echo respawning. They have no idea about this. That's a lot of abilities down. Not enough though, because we lost our vision.
Enemy killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Luckily, it's going to be just enough.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Alright, we're going to do shallow wards, just get the beaches. I don't want them to see this one coming up right here, so I'm just going to put him a little bit further back, right in the middle of the lane. They might have actually still seen it. Is he still going to come over here and die? Like, seriously, man?
Slain.
Just everybody. This guy's isolated. This guy's isolated. This guy's isolated. This guy's isolated. Got them all. Exhaust the Gwen. Good. Okay, I had to leave. We fix this wave, and then it'll start rebounding for us. We got Zeke's. This guy's already got the next wave. No, how did I get blocked there? That sucks. I spent a moment looking up being like, why is Raven on Krugs? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually want to slow push that first wave so you get more axes. And then with the more axes, you can go up. You hold the wave for longer, and it means that you can stack the next wave easier. Looks like he's got enough here, although I just dropped them both. No, got it. Alright, same thing. We're going to push mid. I'm going to get vision here, here, and here. Continue the mission here. Control bush in between. Now we're going to go get this last part. Tuck it right behind there so that they never see it. And we're good. We need Draven though. That's too far behind for too long. But we don't have our whole team is the big problem. Right, this is a fight without a Draven. We're doing our very best, but it might not be enough. We peeled.
Enemy killing spree. Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Here we go. I missed all my smells. Put this in the corridor. Going is weak AF. We're trying our hardest. What? LOL, they took dragon? I mean, you know, If that's what they want to do, if that's how they get joy out of this game, then far be it for me to tell them that they can't do that. Seems like a reach. This is what happens when you think that you have to do too much. You tend to try to do too much, right? Alright. This guy's peeling. The wall here. Wall here. It's not going to be enough, though. We never auto-attacked either. And Draven's losing the 1v1. Even better, don't make a statement, right? Just breathe. It's aight. Ornn leaving lane is so damn troll. What does Gwen think Ornn ought to do? I'll give you a hint, there's a hint there. Could have kept me down the entire game, instead just let me free farm. Not how that works. You know Gwen is a Ornn counterpick, right? Okay. Oh, that strategy apparently works really well for them. Or against them. The tower dive, though, yeah. That was a bit of a reach. Well, if they want to talk more about it, we can come over here. That was too bad. That was a little bit flat. Alright, I don't think we have quite enough time for another game before having to go get the kiddos, so we'll just cool down playing some Marvel Snap. I can move it over to the left corner for this game, right? Retreat button, we don't need that. After turn 3, add a rock to the losing player's side. Maybe we convince them that that's the place that they want to go. And we'll fight for the other 2 lanes. They'll spend, if they have a curve, they'll put the entire curve out here. Unfortunately, no 2-drop is awful for us, but we can go something like, if they don't add to it, Mr. Fantastic wins it. So they have to put another card here. After turn 4, merge your cards here into a symbiote. Hey, Andy gets the rock. Wow. The rock can be suboptimal. Alright, so he's got Nightcrawler here, so he could easily still move it over, but this is pretty capped. So this is really the last place to fight for. If we go Moon Girl, then we get to play like everything. But if we go White Queen, then we get a better curve. We'll have a 4, 5, and a 6. This deck that's supposed to curve out better than this didn't get that. So this also gives us information about what's in their hand. Alright, so it gives us Spectrum, and it lets us know that they have Spectrum. Alright, so now we know we can forfeit this one. It means that all we need to do is win here. let's see, we go Medusa plus Captain America, 3/6, and then we save Punisher for the other lane. We can go Punisher Wolfsbane and have a significant advantage. They might try to give this one up though, so I think it's better to leave this one for last. We can go 3/3 there. So we can go, it would have to be a 2/3. Maybe we just hedge our bets and we go here and Punisher. Assuming that they're gonna fight over here? No. This would give the most flexibility to the Nightcrawler, where you're like, hey, look, I'm fighting, and then jump over this way. Yeah, alright, so he's still doing it. It's Namor. He's definitely coming this way. So now all we need to do is beat 11 here. This will become 5, so we've got 7, 10. We just need 2 power here. That's easy enough. We can go Wolfsbane, we can go Captain America. Wolfsbane here, Captain America here. He's going to move the Nightcrawler. Or we could just go Spectrum and get ongoing bonuses. In fact, that would be +4 right now already. That would get us to 12. Then we'd have a little bit extra power here. Or he could actually just fight for this location, in which case we need more than 12. So you know what? I think that's gonna be our tiebreaker. Because all he needs to do is win. Could also just put the Spectrum here. Now we're winning in all 3 lanes. And now it doesn't matter what he does with Nightcrawler. Okay. We got him. Close one though. Face red, droopy eyes. Is that me? What's up, Steamed Bun? How you doing? You were from last game, right? After turn 3, destroy all cards here. No! That's pretty good for him, right? Yeah, Gwen, what's up? How you doing? Nice carry, well done. Into a new location, replace both decks. How'd we end up with a thing? This was in our opening hand, right? Oh, it must have done, we must have drawn our card after the opening location, I guess. On reveal, double card this card's power. Okay. That's pretty good. After turn 4, destroy all the cards controlled by the losing player here. Alright, so he's pretty invested. Cards you play here are not revealed until the end of the game. Alright, so I think we're playing for these 2 locations. Death is going to be a huge swing, so we go here. We can have Black Panther on this side. That should be enough here, and then Death comes back in here. Maybe with Invisible Woman. Alright, so he's got 2 cards invested into this location. Means we should have an advantage here. Play illusions to other locations. Disguise them as an illusion until the game ends. Ah, cool. We're feeling pretty good here. We're gonna have two more drops here, so we're adding 16 power, so we're gonna have 22 on this location. And now we're gonna learn whether or not this effect takes in after the Captain America. Does he get the extra power and then that gets doubled, or no? Yeah, it does. I wonder which layer. No, it only took its natural power. Set the power of all cards in your hand to 3. Oh, he's gonna have all 1-drops. Oh my goodness. +2 power for each location that's full on your side. Makes sense. So they're gonna fill both of these. They're fighting for this one. They're giving up here. Afflict all other cards with -1 power. That has to favor me compared to them. Well, the gig is up. So this will be net +1 for me, so it's just better to play Mysterio. I think we got it. Mojo. If both sides here are full, +6 power. Wow. I've never seen that card. 3/3 on reveal, add a rock to each other location for both players. Do we have just enough? He's gonna get the extra power from the Mojo, or it already kicked in? We beat him by 1. Woo! Close one. So sometimes just something else, another activity. Obviously, getting up, taking a deep breath will help cool you down. Whatever it takes, build those into your game. Take a moment to close this down. What do we want to do? We'll upgrade this real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Any activity will be good for cooling down, right? Exercise is great, taking deep breaths. So today, just in recap, what we did was the importance of a growth mindset. What is it? What does it mean? Really trying to have the sense where the journey is the reward, right? Just doing things problem solving. When you love problem solving, you can get anywhere, right? Because you'll continue to grow and grow and grow, and no matter what gets in your way, you'll find a way to beat it. It also gives you an improved outlook on the game, lets you be the best version of yourself, and by you shining, it allows other people to shine around you. So it's going to make the people around you better as well, which is good on a game-to-game basis. We want them to get stronger, and then over time, your play group is better. Your friends get stronger, or you just climb up to a higher level and you help the community get better for the game that we love, right? So all of these things matter. We talked about deft and about how we can be rewarded, potential ways of being rewarded for the journey, right? Just loving it. Tomorrow we're going to go into the opposite, all right? A fixed mindset, what the downsides are, and then going for tools to try to get ourselves past those if we are stuck in that spot. So I'll catch you guys next time. We'll be live again tomorrow at noon, as always, produced with no ads. You guys are the supporters of the channel, right? So we take that time. That ad break is for you guys instead. Just put on some music, do whatever you need to do. I appreciate you guys, right? Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everyone that came by. Thanks for all the support today, the likes and follows. I see you, I hear you. Catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.